It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Las Vegas Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Back on the West Coast again here in the 2021 NOFSRL Scots National Series. We are here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for this, the Allegiant 300. 42 cars coming into this race for 40 laps, and it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Alex Watts coming in with the points lead after Quentin Moore struggles at Charlotte Motor Speedway last week. And you can see the rest of the top 10 and points right there on your screen. Josephine O'Neill leading us to the green flag alongside Daniel Bouchard. They will take the green flag in just a second. Let's go down track side, get you your starting lineup so we can get this pace lap started. And let's go ahead and get these cars rolling off the pit road here. Josephine O'Neill on the pole position there in car number 64, starting alongside the number 7 of Daniel Bouchard. In row number 2, we find Jackson Harrison in car number 12. He is starting alongside the 78 of Eric Olson. In row number 3, we find Matt Tuck in the 33, starting alongside the 01 of John Andrews. In row 4, we find the 84 of Igor Barretto, Kansas winner, alongside Timothy Ruiz in car number 95. Rounding out the top 10, Hamill Racing Enterprises' Mike Cook in the 29, starting alongside points leader Alex Watts. And I believe we have everybody rolling off of the grid here. Yes, we do. We have a sunny race, slick track, and quite the INI here for this one. Thank you, Matt Tuck, for sending me the INI for this version of Las Vegas. I was not sure if Las Vegas was even worth having on a schedule, period, but he has done a bang-up job with this, and you are about to see a phenomenal weekend of racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here on the Trinity River Network. And thank you, Matt, for making it possible. Pace car comes down onto the pit road, waiting for the green flag to fly, and the Allegiant 300 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway gets the green flag. We are racing on the West Coast. Lap number 1 going to be led by Josephine O'Neill there in car number 64. She leads ahead of Matt Tuck, Igor Barretto in 3rd, Mike Cook 4th, Jackson Harrison there up on the top side, looking to hold on to 4th actually ahead of Mike Cook. The top 2 stretch away from the field, who is still double file, side by side, packed in. Matt Tuck trying to get the jump on Josephine O'Neill there, coming around turn 3 and 4. Now going to take a look to the inside, down the front stretch. And headed off into turn number 1. Tuck's going to get the dive for sure. And yes, he will. He will take the lead away from Josephine O'Neill. Igor Barretto drafting back up to them. And he's going to take the slingshot to the inside of car 64. Breaking up the Chevy party right there between those two. And it'll be Igor Barretto taking the 2nd position away in the Lincoln Park colors. So the top 5 now is Matt Tuck, Igor Barretto, Josephine O'Neill, Mike Cook, and Winnie Calhoun, the leading Ford on the track right now. As Calhoun, the Armory Digital winner, will get to the inside of Mike Cook. And meanwhile, where are the 2 Hondas at? There's only one team in the field with Hondas, and that's Blackout Motorsports. there's Jordan Lopez there on the outside in car number 08. Let's see where the 30 is right now. Landon Smith Jr. Don't actually. Yep, there he is. On the inside, not far from his teammate Jordan Lopez. Not a lot of Hondas in the field, obviously. It's for the race lead. Igor Barreto in car number 84 getting help from Josephine O'Neill. Matt Tuck left out to dry. There's a 6-car train on the inside, and that's going to propel Igor Barreto to the point. Declan Wellington Turner tucking in behind Winnie Calhoun there. And Calhoun will move into the third position as a result of that. 3 wide behind Jackson Harrison, Madison Toll, and Eric Olson in the middle of that. Toll, the Iowa winner, looks like she's going to get the drop on them and move back ahead of the 12 and the 78. She'll actually move up 2 positions for that. One position, as Daniel Bouchard got ahead of her as well. She's trying to give Daniel Bouchard the old boot scoot and boogie. Igor Barreto is leading this thing right now. Josephine O'Neill comfortably in second. Declan Wellington Turner in the 11 has moved up to the third position. And then you have John Andrews out of Waco, Texas, as well as Winnie Calhoun there in car number 20. Matt Tuck on the inside of Calhoun there for that 5th position. Calhoun looks like she's going to get the run off of turn 2 and got the drafting help there from Mike Cook in the 20. Meanwhile, Declan Wellington Turner taking a look at the inside of O'Neill. That is for second. And now we're going to take a look at Barreto for the race lead. Will he make the leapfrog headed off into turn 1? No, but John Andrews will. And not get there. 3 wide. Bouchard, Cook, and Tall. Tall's going to have the advantage down on the bottom. But on the straightaway now, Bouchard will try to come back up on top for the race lead. Declan Wellington Turner taking his EL Racing number 11 to the inside. He's going to take the dive through turn 3 and 4 and move to the top position. Barreto settles in second. Josephine O'Neill, John Andrews, Winnie Calhoun, the top 5 right now. So we'll take a look overhead through the rest of the field as Braden Perez and Max Anderson getting awful close there. By the way, expect the pit cycle of this race to be around lap 21 or so, right about halfway. Should be able to split this race almost perfectly even. So, be on the lookout for that. Second place points man coming in, Quentin Moore in car number 88, who was leading the points before an atrocious race he had at Charlotte. And he is now behind Alex Watts, but not on track. Watts is there, and there is Quentin Moore trying to work the top side around the outside of Casey Dean. Meanwhile, checking in back up front real quick, it is still Declan Wellington Turner leading this race. John Andrews second, Igor Barreto third, Josephine O'Neill moves to the third, as Barreto, a slow entry to turn 1 and 2, and what a run. She's looking to get to the inside of the 01 as well. Andrews trying to work the top. Calhoun almost took a look to the inside of car 64, but the 64 of O'Neill will settle down into that second position for now. Tuck is just on the outside of this, 2-time winner this season. He joins Jordan Lopez in that mark, the only 2 multi-time winners this season so far in the Scots National Series. Lopez did it at Richmond and Texas. Tuck followed that Texas race up with a win at Talladega, and then he backed that up with a win at Charlotte last week. Jordan Lopez is all the way back here. Tuck is all the way up here and moving through the field as he gets around the 01 of John Andrews there. Now for the race lead, as O'Neill has caught Declan Wellington Turner, does not get the jump going into turn 3 and 4. So Turner will stretch away for now. Calhoun going to take a look down low in the 20. That'll bring Madison Toll back up into the mix there in car number 99. How about Jackson Harrison, the run he's having at this point in the race? There on the inside of Boston Jones. That's for 11th on track. He's looking to get the dive there on car number 18. Jones doing a fabulous job there for that Maximum Motorsports entry. But while his teammate is up front leading this thing, Jackson Harrison is having a phenomenal showing. Nothing to sneeze at. He's been flying the banner high for EL Racing over the last few weeks as Turner had appeared to struggle. But now with Turner leading this thing, you might think Harrison is taking a step backwards. No, he's doing a fabulous job right now. He's going to get around Carter Joey in the 31. He'll crack the top 10 if he gets around him. And not just yet. And he may even lose the position to Boston Jones. Looks like he will. That 18 gets to the inside, headed off into turn number 1. Harrison trying to work the top. There's definitely more rubber up there now than there was at the start of the race, because the inside line was much more dependent upon at the start of this thing. Now looks like the outside line starting to get some ground there. Harrison not giving it up very easy there, but Jones will power ahead, as will potentially Mike Cook there in car number 29. Up front, though, for the race lead, Tull has caught Declan Wellington Turner. Turner has dominated this race so far. We've been caution-free. We're just a handful of laps away from pit cycles. You see Tuck starting to work his way up through the field there again in car 33. Not able to get around Eric Olson just yet. Olson's going to hold on to what I believe will be 6th, as, well, actually, he got around Tuck. So it'll be 6th for Olson, 7th for Tuck, Andrews 8th, Joey 9th, and Boston Jones the top 10. As for the race lead, here comes Tull. She's got room on the inside of Declan Wellington Turner for the top position here, coming out of turn number 4. It's going to be Tull at the line. That would have been Tull by a skosh ahead of Declan Wellington Turner if that was the finish of the race, but it's not. We still got 21 laps to go in this thing. Turner's not giving it up easy, and you see that's allowing Calhoun, Barreto, and O'Neill to close back in. These two getting side by side, and what a battle it is as we're coming around to lap 21 this time. Tull's going to come to the pit road, and now we will see the cycles happen. This is a dangerous pit road to get on, so everyone's got to be careful. Everyone minding their P's and Q's so far here. Very good job by everyone to get down onto the pit road. Now as Declan Wellington Turner is leading this thing again. As we'll see who comes down the pit road this time. Turner, Calhoun, Barreto. See who does and doesn't. Carter Joey stays. No, he doesn't. And I believe that's going to be everybody. Vic Merlin going to gain a bunch of positions there, coming around the outside to get into pit road. And a much cleaner entry now than it was for the first time we came here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway last season, and what was then the Farmers Brew 300, I believe it was called. But that pit cycle ended up bringing out a caution. Once everyone came down the pit road, they got real stacked up. But that's not going to happen here under this case. Looks like everyone got down there relatively clean, so we'll see how the rest of the race plays out. Madison Tull off first from that starting group, not terribly ahead of O'Neill, and then there's Tuck, Yodel right there. We'll see about the rest of everybody coming off of the pit road here. Mainly we're looking out for Declan Wellington Turner. There he is. Winnie Calhoun, Eric Olson. This is going to be the battle for the lead right here. Tull will get around Calhoun. Will she close back in on Turner? They were side by side when Tull came down the pit road on lap number 20. And Tull is coming quick. Gonna take the sling to the inside. Turner blocks her at the last second. And so this is going to be a frantic battle to the finish of this one, no doubt about it. Tull going to take a look down low, headed into 3 there, side by side for the point. Tull's got the advantage with that inside line, but as the tires fall off, wouldn't be surprised if that outside lane became a factor once again here. Calhoun there on the back side of the 11, then it's O'Neill, Olsen, the top 5, Yodel, Tuck, Andrews, Joey, and Jones. That's the top 10. Declan Wellington Turner going to take a look down low on Tull as we just joined back up with them. Another leapfrog there heading off into turn 3. And Turner is going to have it at the line just by a little over half a car length as Calhoun ditched on the draft to the outside, moved to the inside, but is not going to get around Turner, who has a strong race car still. As the rest of the field is spread out, all the action is going on at the front of the field. 5 cars have stretched away from the rest of them. You'll see it's Declan Wellington Turner, Winnie Calhoun, Josephine O'Neill, Eric Olsen, Madison Tull, then it's Brendan Yodel, Matt Tuck, Johnny Andrews, then Carter Joey and Boston Jones are side by side there. That is for 9th place. And I'm not so sure we're going to give it to Boston Jones here in car number 18. Carter Joey's up on the top side there in car number 31. And to the point goes Boston Jones. Coming around for 14 laps to go this time by here. Declan Wellington Turner still ahead. Calhoun looking to take the dive down to the inside. Not quite there. Turner gets a good run off of turn 2 and headed down the back straightaway into turn 3. They're going to be 2 by 2 for 2nd and 4th. O'Neill down low on Calhoun. Tull down low on Olsen. And Tuck down low on Yodel as well for the 6th position there. And we'll give that to Tuck. Give 4th to Tull. And 2nd, I believe Woody Calhoun's going to hold on to that. And she will. So we got Declan Wellington Turner up front leading this thing. Then we got Calhoun, O'Neill, and Tull. These 3 ladies battling it out here in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, or was 4th until Olsen got back by car number 99. We'll see if he can hold on to the spot. They will stay side by side for now, so that frantic battle goes on. That's going to allow these 3 to close in. Tuck, Andrews, and Yodel. As now Tull will finally get the dive on Eric Olsen going through turn 3 and 4. She will move into position number 4. But up front now, 11 laps to go. Declan Wellington Turner trying to hold on to this one. He has been dominant today. Calhoun getting a big draft there in car number 20, headed down the Nellis straightaway into turn number 3. This is going to be a heck of a battle for the race victory if this keeps up, as we are now at 10 laps to go here in the Allegiant 300 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tull has caught Josephine O'Neill. No lap traffic is going to get in the way, by the way. There's Justin Zidell, there's Louis Zankala, and there's Declan Wellington Turner. No cautions in this race to this point. This is kind of playing out how the Iowa race did, but I don't know if it's going to play out the same way the Iowa race did. If it doesn't play out where we don't have a late caution, where we have a late caution, I should say, like at Iowa, then we're looking at another Kansas here in that respect. As off of turn number 4, Calhoun pressed against the backside of car number 11. And sees 8 laps to go. Tull has stretched away from this twosome back here. Josephine O'Neill and Eric Olsen up until there. Got a bad exit out of turn number 2. And the top 5 have stretched away by 2.2 seconds over 6th place, 5th to 6th. That's the margin. And 6th place right now is John Andrews in car number 01, but they are closing in little by little the more these guys and gals battle. It's now seeing 6.5 laps to go here at Las Vegas. What a tremendous showing from Declan Wellington Turner. He's looking to get EL Racing their first win on the season. As the caution is out, oh no, it's Daniel Bouchard in the 7. And looks like it may have been a single car. No, it wasn't. Quentin Moore, that could have been completely separate to the Bouchard deal. But Quentin Moore has blown up. He was having a really solid run going inside the top 20. Looked like he was going to take the points lead back away from Alex Watts. And now that's not going to happen. But now, with the caution coming out on lap 34 and everyone taking it on 35, we are going to be close here. Do we restart within the 40 laps, or do we go one over? Not like it's going to matter much as far as the racing on track goes. But, man, that was a good, fun green flag race while it lasted. Shame the caution had to come out there because that looked like it was going to be quite the duel between Declan Wellington Turner and Winnie Calhoun if it stayed green. But we're not done. We are still going to have laps left when we get the green flag once again here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But real quick, let's go ahead and take a look back and see what happened to Daniel Bouchard to bring out caution number 1 here in Nevada. So here we are taking a look in slow motion as to what happened. Looks like Ruiz washed up the track a bit there on the entry of turn 1, got into Bouchard, hard into the outside goes car number 7, and wow, look out, just ahead of this, Joshua Harrison, Alex Kelly, Timothy Ruiz get together. That could have been big, and that was right in front of your points leader coming into this race, Alex Watts. Daniel Bouchard looks to have been the only car that got around in this incident, the only one that got substantial damage in this one. As looks like Timothy Ruiz got out of it relatively scot-free, but let's take a look at another angle. So taking a look here at full speed overhead, there's Ruiz making the dive into one. They get hooked together, sends Bouchard into that outside. Very unfortunate for him, but we've already seen pit stops in this race, and Declan Wellington Turner is looking to hold on to this one after dominating this race to this point. It looked like it was going to be a frantic battle between him and Winnie Calhoun for the race victory. We'll see if it still ends up being that way with these final 2 laps here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Got the one to go signal that last time by here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We will not go over, and apparently it was a piston failure, by the way, on Quentin Moore that has knocked him out of the race. Daniel Bouchard still on the track there. He's not going to play a factor with lap traffic. Nobody should here. As it's going to be a sprint race to the end here. 2 laps. We are not going green-white checkered. These are the last 2 official laps here in the Allegiant 300. What a race it has been. Fabulous, fabulous all around. And again, it's a shame we couldn't see it play out to the end completely clean and green, because Winnie Calhoun and Declan Wellington Turner looked like they were going to have the duel of a lifetime just between them, but now they are going to have a lot of competition coming behind. We'll just have to see how this goes down. It's going to be an interesting final 2 laps for sure here at Las Vegas. Pace car comes down onto the pit road. We are ready to get it restarted here. Green flag getting ready to come back out. 2 more laps. Not a great restart at all for Declan Wellington Turner. Tull's going to look down low on Calhoun. Did not get to the inside. Tull immediately to second place on that inside line. Now going to take a look down low for the race lead on Declan Wellington Turner. Headed off into turn number 3, and she is there. Turner's going to get the run off the top side, though, headed around turn 4. White flag getting ready to come out in the air one more time around in the Allegiant 300. We will race this one to the end now. Turner, Tull, Calhoun, O'Neill, Andrews. Will it be somebody else? Down the back straightaway for the final time. Madison Tull is not going to get there, or will she? A final heave into turn 3 and closing in rapidly, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Declan Wellington Turner is going to get EL Racing their first win of the season here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He wins the Allegiant 300 for his first career Scots National Series victory. Absolute thriller all around. Domination. Declan Wellington Turner. Holy smokes. I feel like we've been waiting for that sort of performance from him for a while, especially after how strong he was at Homestead. Hadn't seen that much out of him, but his teammate Jackson Harrison was really where we saw that coming from. But Declan Wellington Turner, from, I believe he started on the pole too. No, he did not. But either way, what a dominating performance by the driver in that EL Racing number 11 car. He's gotten it done here in Sin City. He has won by exactly 71 thousandths of a second over Madison Tull. Winnie Calhoun 3rd, Josephine O'Neill 4th, and John Andrews 5th. Eric Olson, Brandon Yodel, Vic Merlin, Matt Tuck, and Boston Jones round out the top 10 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll take a look at the rest of your standings there. The only car unable to finish here was Quentin Moore with a piston failure, and look at how far back Daniel Bouchard fell on that restart. I guess it's lucky that we didn't have to go for more than 10 laps or so, because he would have definitely become a factor there and probably ruined someone's race. But either way, congratulations to Declan Wellington Turner for winning the Allegiant 300 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll take a look at your driver's point standings, your owner's point standings, and we'll wrap it up here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.